to Kansas City for the first of 4. And they've got a guy on the mound.
I think it's all based on his lack of
Nice little time in the Royals rotation when he was.
And the Kansas City Royals, Dan Shulman, Buck Martinez, Arden Zwelling. Nice start with the bat, sticking with his approach, trying to use Singer to deal with.
Brady Singer finished up very strong last year. You see his overall numbers to see what they have on that young outfielder, and Nate Newton starts in right. Dozier, Lopez.
We are underway on a very nice night here in Kansas City as George Springer on Thursday as the 1-1 is hit right at the first baseman.
Drafted out of high school by the Blue Jays. He turned down that offer and went
out to Michael Massey, the second baseman.
And came back with a very good sinking fastball.
And the first pitch to Vladimir, but only had 1 outing. Gave up 4 runs in
A 3-run shot off Singer.
And a liner to short and a Matt Quatraro, a former coach with the Tampa Bay Rays, so he is obviously junior, just 22 years of age. He's their shortstop.
It's the Royals. This will be his 20th career start against Kansas.
Springer's got to give it a long chase, and MJ Melendez opens up.
Tough man, he's a catcher, and he hits him.
A season ago, fly ball to left field, but it's almost directly at Dalton.
That's going to be the outfit for most of these games. This year, Matt Chapman has won.
And this is Bobby Witt Jr., who takes a very late on that fastball, and it's 1-1.
2 at bats. He had a hit. There's a good breaking ball, just missed outside.
Really good. It was the bottom part. There's a strike. Minimize the damage. You know, have it be a 2-run inning. 3-2. And past a diving Biggio in base hit for Witt, and it'll bring.
Had to keep it on the infield, but dives and can't knock it down.
Back in ahead of it is Witt, and again he is a 1 for 9 in the early going. Lines one into right for a base hit. Springer's throw not in time.
But they're swinging their bats aggressively here. Another 95-mile. He's got to do a better job of locating.
And there are 6 of them in the lineup tonight for the Royals. 5 hitters are all 26 or younger, with the youngest being Bobby. Into right center. Witt in to score. Matt.
This looks like another chain runs.
And Jeff Ware, who is the acting pitching coach, normally the bullpen coach, just focusing on the moment. Low roller to short. Only play for Bichette is to first.
And one thing, Jose has never really shied away. Jose was able to get out of the way.
I've never seen that before.
Yeah.
To his teammates and his coaches with his disappointment in himself.
The last thing he needed, 2 balls.
Gio has it and throws him out, and that'll finally. Well, among other things, tonight marks the return of Whit Merrifield. Is the guy on the mound right now, Brady Singer. And Merrifield was hoping. Leading off the top of the second, the Royals with a 3-0. And fouled back. 1-2. The count to pull about as much as you can. Dozier, the third baseman, is effectively at short. So here's Alejandro Kirk getting the start behind the plate tonight. You know, it's kind of interesting. He had like a 2.50 ERA because he was kind of inactive for a while with Team USA. That sounds. And that is ball 4. Is Kirk question a piece of the puzzle going forward?
Yeah, at one point during the
center field, but Nate Eaton over to his right to make the catch all in their first 2 games, and lost 7 series.
He had 2-3.
And over the head of Eaton. He came in.
Another hard hit ball the opposite field for Matt Scher's head. Kirk recognizes.
Mason batting 8th.
You faced, and I don't care how long it.
And strike 3 call. Boy,
to Blue Jays people, but what the biggest factor is, they all say 50 slug. Those are Barry Bonds in his prime. To the plate to better low.
Second, Biggio comes in, gets it, and throws him out.
Hunter Dozier had a weak ground ball, a shortstop.
Eaton made his major league. And a swing and a miss. Got him on a breaking ball.
Bot starts on the outer half and breaks down.
Doubled off a changeup in the first inning. 0-2 is the count on Melendez, and he waves at that one against the Detroit Tigers. The Blue Jays starting off the season with it. 3 more to come in Anaheim after this. Kiermaier leading it off and hitting a ground ball to the first base.
John Snyder, he's confident.
To his left, Lopez. And the throw.
Play on it, and Pasquantino was way off the.
Very quickly, 2 outs here in the top of the third. As Bo Bichette. And 0-2 on Bichette.
1985, they came into camp. He's moving up. That's a good pitch.
You to lead 3-0.
All night. You've heard us talking all night about Berrios' struggles, and as you can see, he is consistently up and over
of his pitches. He's one to shallow right field. And in his spring in baseball, the previous 6 years, 5.
Yeah, and he was consistent in taking the baseball. He had
Junior up for the second time. And he looks at a strike. Bobby Witt's down.
Yeah, he sure was.
Year big league career. Takes a walk here.
And Bobby Witt, as you mentioned, a big lightning on the bases.
Michael Mass. Runner goes. Kirk's throw. And
but you got to stop him at second, too.
So far this year, it's an 83%. Again, we're just a few days into.
And I think it's a great weapon. And this rate, why wouldn't you gamble and take a shot?
And strike 3 called on the two-seamer. Kiermaier back and on the warning track. I asked the man in question today, have you seen the bobble? He lined out to short his first time up. Through 3 innings, Singer does not appear to have any issues with the pitch.
Each of his first at bat back in
2-2 again to short. Lopez up with it. 1 down. Up, got a slider down and in. Dozier way off the left center. Isbell in, and he makes
Florida Gators to a College World Series. And
again, a first-round pick. Right?
Yep.
You can see
first-round picks in 2018.
Singer's got it, and he's got his choice. He will toss it. Left to right, Kevin Gausman, Chris Bassett, Alec.
Put their heads together and come up with a game plan.
Everybody but Bassett.
Yeah, and you know, he's a pro. He understands.
A liner into right field. That is a base hit for Hunter Bradley Jr. It's a base hit. Frankie Bradley Jr. coming into camp as a non-roster. And a strike, 1-1. Center field, and this is going to split the out. Lopez.
Boy, 3 hard hit.
Ran back and caught the inside corner. Boy, and nobody, near the way he had hoped. There's strike 3 call to get Nady.
The concerning part of this game so far is the fact.
And he got him. Swing and a miss on a fast.
been away, and as you mentioned, the two-seamer has been.
Seamer away, you are correct. Vinny Pasquantino. Lopez in to score on an RB.
In the middle, it's low.
When any pitcher feels like they've tried everything. Bobby Field, the throw home hit. The Royals will not challenge the play at thirds.
But watch it hits the mound and goes over Kirk's head.
4 2/3 yesterday. John Schneider. And he was thinking about bunting for a base hit against the quote may not be what it used to be, and guys don't go 9 and all that.
You gotta let the dust settle and get everybody into the acting pitching coach tonight. Obviously, this is when you stop the pitch clock. Don Mattingly and John Schneider. Chat.
Deep center field on his way to third, and it's the third, nobody out. Cavan Biggio called out on strike. And this is where if you can execute, you can get 2 runs. The bullpen now quiet, incidentally. And a strike is on the staff this season.
Yeah, and Quatraro, of course, has a
middle reliever for the Royals. Kevin Kiermaier fouls it back. Second. There's one, and the Royals will
going to get a run with anything, but they'll play. Watch the catcher. Oh.
Of Singer. Lopez will make the
night. Everybody will be anxious to see.
Michael Massey is 1 for 2. Played cleanly by Berrios, 1 down.
Can finish on a positive note before you go.
Kyle Isbell missed at least the first 6 weeks. Down to first, backhanded. No, there's no pattern. You know, they traveled and it just felt like the right.
We're with the Giants.
Boy, and Berrios makes very more. Download the MLB Ballpark app today.
And obviously didn't give up any home runs. 76
To the plate. 2-1 the count on Boba. To left field, Bradley back, and he makes the catch. Now Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Chop foul.
4 hits. Yarbrough.
Past a diving Dozier and into left field.
You said, Dan, they've made some adjustments lately.
And that gets the inside. Alejandro Kirk waiting on. And that's ball 4.
Sunday, and he had a good at bat there.
Season. 2-2 on Kirk.
Yeah, they're a different year and a different club.
And a year, boy, look at Guerrero. Got a running start. And Kirk fouls. 2-2 again. And out of play down the right field line.
He delivered the pitch.
Again, the 2-2. Back of short and an easy play for Lopez in the second.
And Kikuchi had
It's their first game of the season. He did pretty well. Swing and a miss by Belt. 2-2. Exactly the kind of guy you would think would like to call his own game.
tonight. The fact that you're saving those innings down in the.
And that's ball 4. Interesting that, you know, you see Berrios sit down. I think it was runner goes. Pitch swung on and missed, and there's no throw from Kirk. Sized recently for catchers is framing. Swing and a miss as Eaton strikes. This will to deep right center field, and it's into the. And it is 9-1 Royals.
Our game led things off with a double back in the first, the middle of the plate.
A year ago. Now Vinny Pasquantino grounds out. So the
He's having. Blue Jays are still the only team in base.
And a line. Biggio's going to round third and coming to
Hit for the Blue Jays. Haven't got it started. It's his 6th hit of the season.
Bradley Jr. out and left. Ooh, that one made a fine catch. Ooh, big cut even by Bo's standard.
He takes a good rip at that pitch, just a little bit up.
And Kiermaier will be held. Next, he holds Kiermaier at third, so the bases are loaded.
You know, this pitching change.
Yarbrough out, Quas coming in for the Royals.
Time after that appeal on the check swing.
Strike 2.
You see him shaking his head, but now he's got to regroup, and obviously the pitch clock
Crosses the plate to make it 9-3.
That's the 4th.
And a little pop-up back of follow center. And it's the shortstop Lopez. You don't see teams play 2-1. But it carries out to Isbell. As Bobby Witt Jr. leads it off. Witt. Slider fouled off. 0-2.
There's another.
Biggio. 1 down. A great spring. Another guy like Berrios. So that's the an example of discretion by the umpire when you got to go from this. Wow, that's the slider.
Issue with his sinkings. Look at that pitch. I mean, 8.
Is to the backstop. Throw to the plate is not in time. It's 9-4.
Well, I tell you what, in a game like Chapman reacts and then has to slide in head first.
But he is a very good base runner and a lot. Pasquantino in foul territory makes the catch. They got an outstanding performance from a guy who is awfully good.
Good rotation.
Runners going.
Isaac Paredes is off to a good.
And that's all. Simber strikes out Melendez. Royals. Top 9, 9-4 Kansas City.
Ball slider and a changeup as they force.
Blue Jays with 4 runs on it. Field. Bradley back, jumps off the bat of Bo Bichette to make it a 9.
The season, Bo's second hit of the night, and he ripped the Blue Jays. The last team in the majors did a home run, and Bo
talking to the home plate umpire Adam Hammery, who then went and his
chief, and it looks like they're going to have a review. Below the top of the fence in left field, above that.
The call is confirmed to it's a home run.
Yeah.
It was a crew chief review, but neither here nor there. It's a home. Ooh, not glad he slammed the bat down. Unhappy.
Bats tonight, and this is another ball off the bat. He hits it hawk to the shortstop, caught by Nicky Lopez.
And it's 0-2. 2 down here in the ninth. Royals on the verge of their first win of the season. The strike, it's 1-1.
Pretty good slide. He scored 3 in the first, and they never looked.
Baseline, and Kirk will beat it out.
And when the pitcher picked it up, he knew he did.
Out is 0-for-3 with a walk. That pass, Trentino, and that's your ball game. 3 on the season, and they give up
What the Blue Jays expected coming in here, and another, and 4 more in the 4th inning, but.
night. Blue Jays Central starts at 7 o'clock Eastern.